Hello everyone, this is Danish from jobskillshare.org. So every year I like to share something different than the normal IT, skills and learning that I basically do on my channel. So basically this is more like a convention type of IT where people will set up their laptops and printers and different type of laptops, and depending on what their clients or members want to do with these laptops, they would go. Now, some of the setup that you will see or hear, which is kind of like pretty messed up, but still, you know, the network in the conventions and conferences, people usually give this network, they buy this network, buy this bandwidth. So, you'll have to work with another company if you are the pro, like let's say you're the person for the clients that you're working with. Then you will have a networking company that you're going to be kind of like going back and forth with them to make sure that the bandwidth that you have bought is correct. So the first thing you need to do is to go to the laptops, go to speed test, and you can just Google speed test and speed test that machine and see if that connection that they're giving you are getting the right amount of data network, right? If that's an issue, if there's a slowness inside this all these computers, then you'll have to call that company and their engineers will work with you because you don't have any access to the VLANs and things like that. Okay, another thing is that then you need to know how to set up some of the basic stuff. If you're an IT professional, sometimes you don't want to rely on another company so much. So you have to know, okay, is this printer plugged in? Is this wire plugged into the port? Is that the port is working or not? By checking this right now, there's no lights. Is the printer on or off? So right now this printer is off. When you turn it on, is it blinking? Right, so when it's blinking, you're going to get an IP address, which I'm going to show you right now. So when it's blinking like this, then you should be getting an IP address through that device that they have given to you. And when you turn on your printer, then you should see an IP address like that, or you have to go through like the settings and you will find it from the settings by using different type of depending on what type of printer do you use. You can do retrieve information from the network by going to like different settings by administration. So if you go to administration here, it will initialize, and then after that you will go to the network settings, or you can print out the report and what type of report do you want, and it will retrieve that IP address. The next step is that you need to then add these machines to that printer. Now it's not going to automatically know that. How do you find this printer? Because it's in the same network, and first you need to find out what kind of setup is done. Because if somebody set this up static information, so you need to then find that IP address of that, get it from somebody and say, hey, that's the static IP address, but it should be there. And also depending on how your laptops are set up, so most of the time in convention and conferences, DHCP, you plug it in, same switch, get the IP addresses, and ready to go. So right now it's connected. I'm just going to cancel this, and to get to the printer part, you just go to search and type printer. So here you'll click on printer, and you see we're going to add a printer here. So it's going to find few printers. Now by looking at these names, there's so many in this whole area, we're not going to keep guessing different type of, because they may be using same printers all over. So you got to make sure which one do you want to use. So you'll come down and click on the printer that I want isn't listed, and then here you're going to use TCP IP, and then here we're going to type the IP address, and we're going to click next. And let's type the IP address in there. So there you go. And we don't want to share this printer on the network. And we can do test page. And when I do test page, so I'm not sure where I really paused this video, so I'm going to show you again. So Windows, like in a normal conferences and conference conventions, you have, like, different type of jobs. One, you could be working for laptops, and setting up laptops, printers, and just basic networking. Second could be a person who's giving you a company who's going to give you a network. So these are going to be network engineers controlling the VLANs, upping up, down, up, or that kind of stuff. So they're going to be charging you based on that. Or you could be working for a company who's going to be managing these applications inside these computers, and you also need to know basic level of troubleshooting. Now lastly, I don't know, when I paused I didn't know if I covered this. If all these machines are on 10 mbps network, then you don't want these machines to be running updates. The reason for that is that because a lot of companies use imaged laptops. Remember, if you don't know about imaging, then you need to go and take our course, Help Desk Entry Level Specialist, or live training. In that, we teaches you how this company came in and deploy 300 laptops like this all over this center. How can they do that? Is this somebody come here and do it manually? No, they imaged it. They put an image. All these laptops are the same. They use master image, put it on this laptop, and now you have it. All of them are the same. Look at this. All of them are the same. And here, then you will come in and do your other stuff. So if you want to stop the updates, there's an application. If you do search here, I'm going to show it to you guys. You guys can download it. It's called Win Update Stop, and that's the name of this application. No virus, thanks. Win Update Stop, and I disabled it. So this way, if all these machines start kicking in updates, then I won't have any issues because it's stopped. Okay, so that's kind of like something I wanted to share with you, because hey, it's not always about working inside a company or a corporate office or network engineering data centers or stuff like that. It's something like this too. You may be working on a conventions or conferences where you have to go and fly out to different states and do all this sort of stuff. If you have any questions related to this, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this real world example, so it can give you a little bit more clarity of what we do.